welcome to What's Cooking from the Sainsbury's Kitchen. I'm Lisa.
She is, and I'm Ben. We're here every weekday with a trio of terrific recipes packed with tips to give you a hand in the kitchen.
Yes, today we have 3 fantastic dishes that are going to be lovingly created by another couple of dishes. Do you like that? Yeah. Award-winning chefs Paul Merritt and Jean-Christophe Novelli.
Ah, Jean-Christophe.
Hello, Ben.
Bienvenue. Comment ça va?
Très très bien. Très très bien.
I'm fine. Et toi?
You lost, ça va très bien, oui. Tu as perdu du poids un petit peu.
Oui, un tout petit
oui.
peu.
Hein?
Un tout petit peu.
Et pourquoi?
Ici.
Non, mais je regarde pas ton derrière.
Ah oui, c'est vrai.
Oh, I love this, I love this, I love this. Jean-Christophe, it's great to have you back.
I've got no idea what he just said, something about my... He's been looking at my bottom or something like that.
How well in shape you are.
Oh, is that right? Thanks, JC.
Yeah. This week, you're going to be taking part in our Eurovision Recipe Challenge.
Exactement. Donc aujourd'hui, je vais cuire un plat très soigné et très spécial pour cette demoiselle que je connais très bien aussi. On a filmé ensemble il y a 10 ans.
Bande de douche, Rodney.
Bande de douche.
You are
Sur
obviously...
le pont d'Avignon.
Yes, okay. All right, Jean-Christophe, that's enough. You're French, we get it.
Okay. Sorry, Ben, but do you realize I did say I was coming back with pleasure, but I would like to speak just in French.
You did.
Oh, did you?
absolutely
That's
did.
right.
You did.
But then you just did it. You said some lovely things.
Okay.
Excited to be back. And
we're excited to have you cook for us. We're going to find out what he's going to be cooking a little bit later on. Of course, he's going to be representing France, trying to take on the might of Great Britain and Italy, who are already placed on our Eurovision special leaderboard. Paul is next to you.
Hello.
Paul, you've got no French for us.
I'm not going to. I'm going to stick
No
to
lingo.
English.
But what are you cooking?
Obviously, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do a posh cheese and ham toastie to kick off with. But it is posh. It's posh and
look
really
at
good.
that.
Yeah,
That
it's
looks
good, isn't it?
Oh, I can't wait to eat
Look at that.
So
Almost.
it's a bit like a croque monsieur.
Yeah. It's a bit like a croque monsieur.
But we'll talk about it.
And then after that, what am I doing after that? I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Dessert.
I'm doing English strawberries with a white chocolate panna cotta. What's not to like about
I
that?
love them. I love them in the jam jars.
In a jam
Very
jar.
nice. Delicious.
Very nice, yeah.
Be interesting. That's our lunch sauce. Let's find out who's going to be eating with us. We're delighted she's joined us. She's the spiciest and sportiest member of the biggest girl band of all time. It's the gorgeous Melanie. Say hi, Mel.
Hello.
Lovely
Hi,
to
Mel.
see you.
You too.
All that way away.
I know.
On the other side of the studio.
Yes.
Now look, we've got some amazing food lined up for you.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the cheese and ham toastie?
Not a big fan of ham.
Not great.
Goat's cheese, big fan of.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah, I like a Breville. Sorry to mention the brand name.
no,
There
no.
are other toasty makers out there. But yeah, it reminds me of being a student. Beans and cheese was my fave.
Straight in.
Yeah.
With a toasted bean and
But
cheese
you always
sandwich.
burn your mouth, don't you? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
You don't need one of those toasty makers. We've got Merritt with us today.
But what about the panna cotta?
Do you know what? I like most things when it comes to food. I like everything apart from panna cotta.
So you don't like ham from the cheese and ham toastie. You don't like panna cotta.
I'll get my coat.
Yes.
I'll be
What
off.
have you
Yeah.
But I'm
done?
willing to try. I'm willing to try.
Exactly.
You're going
Yes.
to need
And
to.
this is the best environment to try something
exactly.
you don't like,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, you and Jean-Christophe have worked together before, haven't you?
We have, yes, we have a sporty past, don't
Absolutely.
we?
Which
it's
was?
a long time.
Yeah.
We did the games
my
11
goodness.
years ago, I
On
think it
Channel
was.
4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The diving and the running and the jumping and the... How did you get on?
Well, I ended up in hospital.
Excellent.
yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about that, yes.
Yeah,
You
I
did
had to have a
very
knee reconstruction.
Oh, my
So,
God.
yeah,
was
it
horrific.
didn't go that well for me,
No.
unfortunately.
How about you, JC?
How did I? It was, to be honest, it was an experience.
Should we leave it at that?
Yeah, let's forget it. It was great. I mean, meeting everybody, meeting you especially, and
It was a lovely group of
Before
people.
you went to hospital and had your knee reconstructed,
Yeah.
of course.
Yes, I had a lovely time.
Well, look, we've got something that maybe can save the food, seeing as Paul's making everything you don't like. JC has to face our Eurovision Quick Recipe Challenge. You are the man today, JC.
thank you.
Yes,
I'm
you
very
are.
honoured. Thank
All
you.
this week, chefs from across the continent are representing their nation in honour of our Saturday's Eurovision Song Contest and today cooking for France. Who else could it be but our lovely Jean-Christophe?
So far, the leaderboard's looking like this. Ben Ebrel, who broke the kitchen from the UK, has 32
He
points.
didn't break the
Aldo
kitchen.
Zilli did a very creditable 28 for Italy. You going to take him on? You going to beat him?
Yeah, I mean, I have a go. To be honest, I'm actually not here to score points. I'm here to please you and all of you.
If you do that, then we'll be mightily impressed. Today's challenge is coming courtesy of Mel over there. What would you like JC to cook for you?
Okay, well, I am probably ignorant, but I think French cooking often has a reputation for not being as healthy as we would like. I'm doing a triathlon this year.
Oh, you are too?
Yes.
Well
Are you
done.
doing it too, London?
All right. Stop, buddy. Come and get on with it.
We're just
I'll
so
give you some
sporty.
tips.
Oh, fabulous.
Fabulous. You're doing the full triathlon on
I'm doing
Sunday?
the sprint.
The
All
sprint,
right.
which is
I
good.
did it 2 years ago. I have
Stop
to beat my
interrupting
time.
her.
Sorry. So my challenge to you is to cook me something healthy, nutritious.
Sure, which is-
and I obviously need a good balance of protein and carbs. And with it being asparagus season, I'd like to see those thrown into the mix.
You know what? Just looking at you, I can see exactly what you need.
What does she need?
What does she need?
Obviously, you meant to eat something. You meant to eat very healthy. You know, eating lights and seasonal. You mentioned asparagus, which is great. Therefore, I meant to bean on toast. No, I've not.
She likes that.
I've
though.
got something
Toast it.
for you.
Brilliant.
I love that you've got your
Yeah.
pen and paper there, Jean-Christophe.
Well, I thought I was going to end up with a list long like. Therefore, table 5. Yes, ça marche.
Over here. Now you need to nip over now, though, JC.
Already?
So you need to
Okay,
go
good
across
luck.
the supermarket.
Okay.
Go on, off you go.
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
Melanie, there you go. You're hopefully the menu's looking a little bit better than it was previously because Merritt, you're not going to be delivering anything she likes.
No, I know. Well, I might wear Jean-Christophe's glasses, and that will make a big difference.
That'll make you more of a
I'll
dish.
put them over here.
Let's start. What are we starting with?
Right. Okay. Well, we'll start with our key ingredients, shall we?
Yep.
That's probably the best
For the
place
cheese
to
and ham
start. This is
toastie,
the
yeah.
cheese and ham toastie. Quite a posh one, and we can go easy on the ham, I promise. Right. So we've got some goat's cheese, we've got some pea shoots, some honey, some pomegranate, and the ham, and a little bit of sliced bread.
A little bit of sliced bread.
That's
Okay.
it. Okay. Now, it's called chèvre bouche in the supermarkets, which really means goat's log. Okay. So it's a
Goat's
log
log.
of goat's cheese. And you can buy them individually, or you can buy a big log like this and slice it yourself with a hot, clean knife.
It's not the most attractive sounding thing, is it? Goat's log.
Goat's log. No, it's not. As a rule, it's not. No, someone could do
Some of
something
these things
about
don't
that.
translate that well, do they?
No, exactly. Some
Don't think
things
much of your goat's log, mate.
Lose something. Right. It needs some toast because this isn't the sort of toastie that we do in a grill that's been invented by a former heavyweight boxer. This is the sort of thing that we cook in a pan. So I've got a slice of white sliced bread, and it does have to be sliced white.
Yes.
You can't use anything wholemeal or anything healthy like that. And I'm just going to roll it out a little bit
I love
with a
white
rolling
bread.
pin.
Do you?
Yeah, sliced white bread.
Yeah. Sometimes
loads
you
of
need
butter
that's,
on it.
It's a bit of
Yeah.
comfort, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm just rolling it out just so that it's slightly thinner, so that the heat from the pan can come up through it and start to melt the goat's cheese. Okay. Just to point out, at home I don't actually have a rolling pin. I'd have used a wine bottle for that.
Would you?
Yeah, my kitchen at home is so underprepared.
There's nothing in it.
There isn't. I haven't even got a cutter, so I have to cut round the bread like this. So this is a real home version for me. So I'm just cutting round the bread to the shape of the goat's cheese, okay? There we go. So that is one half of the sandwich.
That's very straightforward so
Get rid of
far.
that. Yeah, you could do that. And then same again on the other side. So roll it out again, just so it's slightly thinner.
Could you do this with sort of different sort of bread if you wanted to? If you didn't want to use just white bread like that, something a bit healthy? No.
That's such a telly question.
I don't know,
You
what
could
is
use
it?
any bread you want, but it's
Can
going to
you?
work better with this bread, I promise. Yeah, you could use anything at all. But I think a whole grain bread with something like this just wouldn't be right. I don't think. I think it
just
needs
not
to
right.
be white. I think so.
Well,
I
because
think
also,
so.
if you're going to make a nice toastie, what you want is that sort of buttery, lovely,
Exactly.
crispy. Grrr.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I don't think you get
this
that
isn't.
brown bread.
This isn't health food.
Right, we need to get it in the
Right,
pan.
okay, let's get it in the pan. Right, a little bit of olive oil, and I think olive oil is the oil you want for this, okay? Your job is to look after that, okay?
Oh, dear.
All we want to do, no, you'll be fine. All we want to do
Are you deep frying
is
it?
get a nice, it's to
look
get
like you
a
are.
nice golden crispy base and then turn it over.
Texture like sun.
All right, the textured like sun, it's the joke of the week. Right, okay, the next thing we're going to do is make a dressing. And we're going to use pomegranate, really healthy pomegranates. Inside a pomegranate, I will show you, are all these beautiful, beautiful pips. I mean, that's
They're almost in a Union Jack shape.
it's absolutely lovely. In a Union Jack shape. That's because we know that we're going to win the Eurovision cookery
Yeah.
contest.
That's
And-
because you're doing the judging.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a fix.
Exactly.
Don't tell
We're going to take a little
Jean-Christophe
bit of juice from the pomegranate just by using one of these things and going in like that and just
What's
juicing
he
it
using, a squincher?
a little bit.
What is
yeah,
it?
it's a squincher.
Ah.
It's a squincher.
Has your kitchen at home got one of those?
Clue what it's
I
called.
never knew.
That's my name for it.
What? He's black.
We should.
Oh,
we'll
he's
copyright
burnt. He's
that
burnt
then.
the crostini. He's burnt the
Think
crostini.
of you, Emily.
How is this my fault?
Well, you're looking after
What
it.
did you tell me to get it golden brown?
no, what
Brown, that's
happened?
not golden brown.
What colour's
Textured
that
like
then?
sun.
Have you burnt it?
Burnt our toastie.
The Stranglers had written songs as bad as that. They never got anywhere. Right, okay. A little bit of honey. Yeah, he's burnt the crostini.
Oh no.
I think that pan's quite hot. You might want to check
It's
the
a
other
fix-up.
side.
Move it round, move it round, move it round.
I was moving it round.
Right,
I
okay.
turned it over. You didn't even tell me to turn it over. I
did.
improvised
I
that
did.
bit and it was too late.
Right. There we go.
Shall I turn this over again? What would you want me to do with this, Paul Merritt, now?
So pomegranate.
So we'll make another one.
Yeah.
I love
Right.
Paul Merritt.
We'll make another one really quickly.
Pomegranates are a bit of a superfood of the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Are they
We've got a minute 30, Paul, so you've got to make this quickly.
Right,
Come on.
okay.
You're taking too much time.
Pomegranates.
What?
Are they expensive?
Yeah, they are actually. They're not cheap.
Did they used to
but
be?
there's,
You know,
there's
we
a
were
season,
kids.
and when they're in season,
You
they
start
are
with a
much
pin.
cheaper.
Yes.
So always buy them in
You
season.
can still do that now, though, can't you? You can still get a pin, cut them in half and eat them with a pin.
No,
like
you're not allowed to do it anymore.
that. Are you not?
Health and safety.
Right. Okay. So work round there like that. Okay.
Is this temperature of the pan
And
going to
then
be
we're
all
gonna
right?
get- yeah, it is. It is. Right. You're going to have to do the other end of the.
That's probably a good
so Just
idea.
give that a whisk, and I'm going to tell you what's in there. Right.
Well, it's
okay.
pomegranate.
In there is some pomegranate, a little bit of honey just to sweeten it up, and some olive oil. Okay. This is a hatchet job. I'm absolutely convinced.
Well, look, she doesn't like it anyway, so I don't know why we're bothering.
Right,
I
I'm
really
just going to get this one out of the
like
bin.
I
because
do like goat
there's a good comparison coming up. Ben's one. Right? Okay, so we get a plate.
I'm not used to
All
using
right, we'll
such
get a plate, we'll put it
bread like
down.
that.
Do you know,
That's
before the
lovely.
show, I heard him say to someone, oh yeah, I haven't done pantomime for a long time. But you have, you've done it again. You've done it again. Here we are on live TV doing
Every
pantomime.
day.
Right, okay. So we take our almost soft, almost melting, could be a bit more melty.
Should I be
crostini.
stopping this now? I don't want to overdo it and ruin
No,
it.
that's good. And we take some ham, but not too much.
No, only
because
a little
ham
bit.
isn't popular over
I'll just
there.
avoid the ham.
We can
Avoid
take
the
ham
ham.
off.
Right, this is Serrano ham. You could use San
Oh,
Daniel.
that's not a lot of ham, that.
could no,
I've
this
never
is-
seen so much ham in my
Oh,
life.
I can
on a
stuff
plate.
all that
it's
into
very
my
thin
mouth.
and
Okay,
I'll
in
eat
one
that.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some pea shoots on top,
Love pea shoots.
because you need a little bit of green. Okay, and then we're going to run down here, get a spoon,
It looks gorgeous.
and we're going to do this round there. There we are.
You finish this one.
And I reckon the ladies get this one. And Ben, that one's for you.
I'm
Go and
excited.
eat in your dressing room. Off
Thank
go,
you.
go
There
on.
you have it, Paul Merritt's simple dish. Posh cheese and ham toastie.
Make
There we
twice.
go.
That's been in the bin, dude.
Bin.
It's all right, I'm not fussy, from Essex. Now then, what's your kitchen secret with this one, Paul?
Right, I think the kitchen secret is
dig in?
that
dig in.
clever
Shall I take
bread
that
trick
off?
where you make
burn it.
very thin bread, you stick it on
What
either
I'll do
side and then
is-
burn it in the
Try
pan. That's
if
the
it'll
trick.
fit all together for the full effect.
I would
What do you
say
think?
that could do with about a minute more in the pan.
The bread could.
Yeah, just so that the goat cheese starts melting a little bit more.
look
But
at
it's an
that.
emergency goat toasty, that one.
If in doubt, just do it like this. That's really nicely,
Yeah, do
really
that.
nicely
Yeah,
melted
yeah.
goat's cheese.
I'd so want to get all of it.
If you'd like to try and make this, it's really, really tough to make, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Go online, all the details are there. channel4.com/whatscooking. How was it, girls?
It's delicious. And the pomegranate seeds, that little dressing really makes it
It's nice tanginess,
lovely.
isn't it? Yeah,
Bit
the
of
fruit
tang
goes
with,
well
yeah,
with cheese.
with that cheese.
Mel?
Yeah, but you have to be a fan of goat's cheese. It's quite goat's cheese heavy, but I like that.
Good,
I'd be
good,
happy with
good.
that.
How's the
Delicious.
bread there? Do you want some a bit better done?
No, that bread
It reminds me of
perfect.
fried bread, you know, like with your English
Yeah,
brekkie.
with your brekkie in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly
very
what it
nice.
is, isn't it?
I love yours. After the break, Paul will be showing us how to make his new dish, white chocolate panna cotta with strawberry sauce. Looks delicious, and let's hope that Melanie likes it.
And we're going to be chatting more with Mel as well. We'll see you in a few moments. Hello there, welcome back to What's Cooking from the Sainsbury's Kitchen. We're here every weekday dishing up 3 delicious recipes and some simple kitchen inspiration today. Melanie C's joining us for lunch in just a moment. Lisa's going to be helping Paul in the kitchen. He's relieved to hear. He's got a new dish, white chocolate panna cotta with strawberry sauce, which we're looking forward to trying in a moment. First though, let's see how Jean-Christophe is getting on. He's in the Sainsbury's with today's quick recipe challenge at the start of the show. Melanie set JC the challenge to cook a balanced dish in preparation for a triathlon. Let's see what he's doing. Hey JC, how are you getting on?
Hello Ben, how are you?
Good, thank you, my friend. What are you going to cook for us?
Well, I was hoping to do something, obviously just in 10 minutes, something attractive, colorful, very healthy, and something very exciting in the same time. And I was looking back to my lovely mother cooking, I'm going to make something similar to ratatouille. A light version ratatouille. Therefore, you can see the Frenchman using British product.
Nice.
Produce, pardon. And I'm going to make sure there's a bit of proteins with prawns. I've got some lovely Scottish salmons. I've got obviously the asparagus, British asparagus, which are fantastic. And also I've got a bit of an aubergine for your backside.
Good man.
And everything's about colors, and also to make sure I balance the meal very well, I'm going to introduce some sweet potatoes, which are fantastic carbs. And also I need a bit of basil. Excuse me, mate. Who's that chap? It's Jamie Oliver. Sorry, can you pass me the... Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not anymore, it's not. JC,
It'll be good.
We'll see you back across the car park very shortly.
I will be.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget, Ben.
Yes, we saw.
What's the aubergine for your bottom?
I don't know. I think he wants to hit me with it.
Oh.
I'm not 100% sure. Look, help Paul and cook some lovely food that Melanie doesn't
out
like.
what the aubergine and bottoms are for. Anyway, Paul, what are you making?
Right, well, I'm going to try and claw back some respect
Yes.
from the
It wasn't your
debacle
fault.
earlier.
Look,
we're going
I'm
to
only as good as the instructions I'm getting.
We're going to do a white chocolate panna cotta.
Okay.
And we're going to do it with English strawberries and shortbread.
Okay, so key ingredients.
Okay. Key ingredients are the cream, which is simmering away here.
Yeah.
The gelatin, which is going to set the whole thing. Some
Yeah.
white chocolate, some sugar, and some strawberries.
Okay,
Okay?
lovely.
Now, panna cotta really means cooked cream in
Yes.
Italian, okay? And the cream is cooking here. I'm going to add a little bit of milk to that as well. Just going to pour that in.
Do you
There we
do
go.
half cream, half milk, or do you just
Yeah,
do...
I do, because I think it's too rich
Yeah.
if it's just cream. It's
Yeah.
too rich. We'll stick that in the recycling. Right, we're going to set this with something called gelatin.
Yep.
And gelatin is this crisp, sort of almost plastic-like substance, which dissolves into a liquid. But before it can dissolve into a liquid, it's got to be soaked so that it absorbs water. So you can see the difference. I mean,
Yeah.
that's after being left in water for about 10
And do
minutes.
you know what? I think on the back of gelatin packets, it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. And I know a lot of people who have tried to make a panna cotta that I put in my book, and they'd said, we didn't realise that you had to squeeze it out.
Oh, so they're adding the water as
So
well?
you add the whole water, so no, you have to squeeze
Oh,
it out.
shocker.
But do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
it's one of those things,
Yeah.
unless you know how to use it,
Yeah.
you know, you might do...
Don't buy
things
her
wrong.
book.
It's like
Right, okay.
it's a bit like
Do
toasting
you want
bread,
your
isn't
panna
it?
cotta to go there?
Yeah. Right, so squeeze out your gelatin. Don't add the water.
Don't add the water.
Add the gelatin to a hot liquid. It must go into a hot liquid.
What does it do
And
then?
also, and it dissolves.
just
Okay, that's all it's going to do at the moment. I'm adding some sugar, not too much, because I'm also going to add lots of white chocolate. This has been finely chopped just so that it dissolves and melts into the cream more easily. Going to give that a little mix around.
You
It's
see,
like
this
not
is
still
my sort of dream.
Melanie's
There we
shaking
go.
her
Your
head.
thing.
So all those flavours have now, it's really nice cooking something you know someone's not going to enjoy. It's like cooking for my family. It really is, it's just the same.
Come on, J20, keep
Right,
going.
so there we go. Mix that all around, the chocolate melts, the gelatin dissolves, the sugar dissolves, and if you can just pass me my 2 jam jars. Right?
Yeah.
I really like doing this dessert in a jam jar.
Yes.
Because I think there's a nice sort of, it's eco-friendly, it's thrifty, it's, you know, it just feels
It
right.
looks cool as
Right,
well.
It looks really good, and also a really lovely other thing. If you put the lid on it, you can take it to a picnic.
You could take it to a picnic, that would be brilliant.
Really nice.
That would be fantastic.
So
I
have
hadn't
you-
thought about that.
Have you
If it was in
not,
my book, I'd write that in.
Paul, are you not melting that completely, or should it be melted?
no,
melted down
it is melting and it's carrying on melting
it
there.
can
Now,
melt.
these need to go into the fridge for about 2 or 3 hours just to set,
Yeah.
and it's the gelatin that's going to set them. Okay, I should point out, if I was at work, I would pass that through a sieve, but life's too short, and at home, I don't bother. So there.
And
Right,
it won't,
okay.
It won't be,
you got a
that will
sieve
be
at
fine.
home?
No, I haven't. I have got an old vest. Right, okay.
Pair of
So
tights.
these have set. You can have a little prod if you like, because you've washed your hands and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Okay. So we're going to make a strawberry sauce to go with that.
Okay.
So if you can just chop me up some strawberries.
Just in half quarters?
Yeah, just any way you like. Just
Okay.
roughly. That's
He
it.
says roughly, but
I'm
no,
going to
won't
add
let you
some
go
sugar to a pan
Yep.
and a little bit of water. So I'll just stretch across you there. There we go. We bung the strawberries in. In they go.
There we go.
And they're going to cook for about 2 minutes. And in that 2 minutes, this is what's going to happen. They're going to bleed out all their juices. They're going to become really syrupy, and then we're going to blend them up in like a bar blender.
Okay.
Okay, until we've got a really smooth sauce, which is this one here. Now, the reason I'm using that one and not making it is because it's got to be cold.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to halve some more strawberries here.
So once you've taken it off the heat, just whack it in the fridge again, or?
Yeah, just put it in the fridge and cool it back down. There we go.
And this is lovely. You can put I love this on vanilla ice cream. It's
Oh,
great.
it's wonderful. You can
Strawberry sauce.
When
Would that be
strawberries
nice
are
on vanilla ice
cheap,
cream?
make loads of it and stick
Mella'd
it in
like
the
it on
freezer.
vanilla ice cream, Paul.
Say again?
Mella'd like it on vanilla ice cream.
I'll ask Jean-Christophe to get some. All right, put it on the ratatouille. Right, okay. So we're going to mix those, and then we just spoon these on top of the panna cotta that's not going to be eaten. There we go. There we go. This is going from bad to worse, really.
I'm going to eat
Can you call a
everything.
cab? Right.
I'm going to eat it as well.
There we
Melanie will
go.
eat it. And Melanie might try it.
Yeah,
I will definitely try
It'd be a
it.
nice touch.
Yeah.
I think
Be
I think
nice.
my children might have bought just about every single record she's ever made, so it'd be quite nice if she ate the dessert. Right, there
It's the
we go.
least she can do, isn't it?
It's the least she can do. Exactly. Right, so those
But
go
I
in
like
there.
everything in it. I like cream and
Yeah,
sugar
so
and
exactly.
rice,
It's got
yeah.
the right ingredients.
the
So
gelatin. Like looking at that.
we're just
going
going
to
to crunch
Is
up
it legit?
some shortbread.
Just the gelatin.
It's the consistency of it.
Right, okay.
I'd rather have something with a bit more oomph when it comes to
Oh, that
dessert.
is beautiful.
And all I'm doing now is while you were talking, I've just crunched up some shortbread, and we've just stuck that on top for a little bit of added
Do you want to put them
texture. Yep, I do.
on that little board for
Yes,
your
please.
lovely pack shot?
There we go. Right, there is your dream dessert, panna cotta, with white chocolate and English strawberries.
I mean, it looks absolutely delicious.
It's
Right.
all right.
Thank you.
We'll applaud it.
Yeah, thank you,
It does look gorgeous.
I am
There's
quite
a whole one
intrigued.
for you. Must eat it.
Come on,
What's your
just a minute.
kitchen secret for this dish?
I think it's the strawberries really. I think at this time of year, English strawberries are without a doubt the best in the world, and having 100 different ways of using them up is no bad thing.
get in
So
there and try that
I think the strawberries.
Look how brave I'm being.
Very brave.
It's just like pointless.
Really, do you think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's yum, the strawberries and the shortbread, but the panna cotta is just like, nah.
Oh, I think it's really creamy. I think
it's
it's the
just like
perfect
strawberries and
foil
cream.
for. Yeah,
I'd rather just
exactly.
have, strawberries.
Would
and-
you take the top bit? Do you know what? I could do this in seconds, Paul.
Could you?
It's absolutely delicious.
Oh, Ben, you took one for the team then.
No, honestly. Yeah, you're right, I have. It's not that
It
great.
is very nice. It is very, very nice.
This is absolutely my dream sort of dessert.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. If you'd like to try the white chocolate panna cotta, go online for details of this and all of our recipes.
I recommend it.
You're going again now, aren't
You're
you?
going to go in again.
You're feeling guilty now.
It grows on you.
I'm trying to get, yeah.
Do you know what? It's so easy to make as well, and you can flavour it with all different things.
Yeah,
can't
you
you?
can,
White
you can.
chocolate,
Absolutely.
vanilla,
It's
mint.
You're like, look,
Yeah,
you're
herbs in there.
destroyed. I've never seen him look so upset.
Yeah.
It is nice.
It's all right, Paul.
Just like,
Burnt toast and panna cotta. Anyway, after break, we'll be chatting to Melanie C about Moylsey, musicals and masquerades with Emma Bunton. See you straight after this.
Welcome back to What's Cooking from the Sainsbury's Kitchen. I'm Ben.
And I'm Lisa, and we're here serving up some delicious, simple recipes and fresh ideas for delicious family meals.
We're about to talk to the lovely Melanie C. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at some of the things you guys have been making for lunch. First picture, it's come from Becky Fry. Becky made Jonathan Pang's chicken and corn soup.
I loved that soup.
It was delicious, wasn't it?
Yeah, I made it for about 4 days running. Our second picture is from Catherine Drake, who has made a healthy-looking chicken quinoa, avocado, mango, pepper and feta salad. Lovely.
yeah.
You like the look of that one?
yeah,
now?
that's up my street.
Yeah.
There you go. This one's come from Chef Bryn, who's at the Cordon Bleu Cookery School with John Waite. It's poussin, pan-fried with glazed carrots, string beans, pickled radish in a vinaigrette.
Look at that, beautiful with the rosemary, with the flowering rosemary and everything. It's so pretty.
Very, very impressive.
And lastly, this is Melanie's lunch. Oh, there it is.
yeah.
That was my
Hooray.
dinner last night. It looks a bit sorry for
It
itself.
does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's that limp bit of lettuce.
Some
and
falafel.
It's, do you know what? I'm actually eating vegetarian at the moment. I'm doing an alkaline diet, and that was one of my lovely dinners. It tasted a lot better than it looked.
Why are you doing that?
Do you know what? I'm just kind of trialing it really, but because I'm training a lot, I'm incorporating a lot more carbohydrates into my meals, and I'm finding that's good for energy levels.
Do you tend to try different diets and things like that?
I have done over the years, but I think when you're really demanding a lot from your body, you just have to be sensible. You know, it's like, the thing is about cooking, I think it's a life skill. It's so important to teach your kids. I was lucky, my mum taught me. And, you know, you get out what you put in, you know, so you're fueling your body. And also, it's sociable.
Yeah.
And when you love people, you want to nurture them. It's such an important part of life, isn't it, food?
Yeah.
So do you cook a lot?
Do Do you know what? I wish I cooked more. You know when you're busy? I love it. It's therapeutic. I love doing it. But I tend to do quick stuff. But when I do have time, I do really enjoy it.
And little Scarlett's how old now?
She's 4.
She's 4 years old. Is she a good eater?
She's a great eater. I'm really lucky, and she'll try anything.
Yeah. I think they're great at 4. They sort of try anything, and then they go to school, and their friends ruin it for a bit, and they say they don't like things, and you say, but you used to love that, but you just have to keep pushing them, and then they.
Yeah, and I'm trying to really teach her gently about nutrition and say, healthy, and it's good for you, and you'll grow, and you'll be strong, and I think get all that really positive stuff, especially for little girls. Positivity around food.
Absolutely.
It's really important.
She's drawn us a picture as well, hasn't she?
She has, yes. This is her wonderful picture.
And is that her favourite food?
Yes, it is actually.
Look at it.
Well, do you know what it is, Ben?
It looks like some roast beef or fish and chips with.
Is that tomato ketchup?
There's some ketchup
There's some
involved.
ketchup on there. Is it? I've no idea. Pizza.
No. Well, it's interesting. It's noodles,
It's
which
noodles.
is her favourite, with a pizza crust. Go figure. Blue blended chicken.
Blue blended chicken.
Yeah, which I've never tried.
No,
Maybe
but
she
maybe
had that
you
at a friend's house. This is broccoli
Oh, it's
with
broccoli.
with chilli on,
Nice.
and a side of tomato ketchup and a side of chilli.
I love it.
Brilliant.
Scarlett, thank you very much. We're going to put that on the fridge.
Thank
Blue
you.
blended chicken.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Love it. That's going straight on the fridge. Up there with all the other strange ones we've got. And we saw a lovely picture that you posted on Facebook recently of you and Emma. And you went to a fancy dress party. And of course, you went as baby and small teens.
Oh no, there's some
brilliant.
drunk ones there as well. I can tell my little drunk face. We did. It was Lee Francis who plays Keith Lemon. It was his 40th, and it was fancy dress. And we were like, oh, what are we going to do? And we just like, oh, is it lazy or is it genius? And he dug out.
genius.
It's brilliant.
Well, everyone loved it, and everyone wanted photos with us, and it was
Yeah.
really nostalgic.
Tell me,
and so
did you
much fun.
have the gear though, or did you have to go and buy the gear?
Well, I did buy a new trackie and some new trainers, and I loved it. But the top was an original Euro 96 shirt.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And Emma's was an original dress, and she had original boots. And little
Oh, you
rucksack.
look great. And you've got together with the girls quite a lot this year.
Yeah.
And you performed at the Olympics.
Did.
What was it like?
Amazing. It was, I think, the best thing we ever did as the
Yeah.
Spice Girls. It was so exciting, yeah.
So
Really
it was
fun.
an extraordinary time as well, wasn't it?
Amazing.
Last year, I mean, what a year for Britain. It really was something special.
Mm.
I know when you came on, I did get goosebumps. I was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Well, you know what? It was so crazy for us because having Twitter now, you just get a feel for what's happening internationally, and the response and the excitement and the expectation. We just couldn't believe it.
Must have
We
been
all have a
such a
bit of a
thrill.
giggle and a squeal about it.
Yeah. You then you launched the musical
Yeah.
Viva Forever,
Yeah.
which unfortunately is closing in June, which is a
Yes.
huge shame.
It's such a shame, and we're so disappointed, really, really sad about it, because it's such a great show. It's so much fun, and our audiences have been loving it and dancing and singing along, and the cast are brilliant. So many people have worked so hard on it, but it's one of those things, sometimes it just doesn't work out and shows close. But it's not the end of the road for Viva Forever.
Oh, really?
I'm sure it'll come back at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I think that you just never know. Sometimes things work and there's no rhyme or reason to it. One thing that's worked really well is Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
And you're going on tour with it to Australia.
Yes. I go to Australia next week for a month, and that'll be really exciting. And then we tour the UK in October, which will be really fun.
Yes,
you
so
with
you're
dreads.
back.
It's me and Ben, it's my Jesus.
And it is incredible. I've been lucky enough to see it at the O2. It's an extraordinary.
It's such a great show, and this particular production is so... It's just incredible, isn't it, to see? It's such a wonderful piece of theatre. I think if people missed it last time, they should really try and get to see it, because it's a bit of an event.
Yeah.
well worth
An
seeing.
amazing cast.
An amazing cast, Tim Minchin, who is the man of the moment with Matilda, and it's just opened to rave reviews on Broadway, and
Amazing.
he's such an incredible talent.
So you're very busy with the world of musicals and that sort of. But what else are you up to?
Well, I'm doing a lovely campaign at the moment. I'm working with Colgate on their Keeping Britain Smiling campaign, and it's really lovely. It's on their UK Facebook page. Basically, you post up there what makes your children smile, and for each story, they donate £1 to Bernardo's, which is an incredible charity. I've been learning more and more about them. They help so many children and young people in vulnerable situations. You don't have to part with any money. We just want to hear your stories. So
Cool.
it's
Well, maybe we can
nice
try and make
one.
you smile a bit
Yes.
more after the panna cotta. come with us because we're going to do some cooking. Let's go this way. JC's back in the kitchen. It's lovely to have him back, of course. Just remind everybody, our award-winning chef, Jean-Christophe, has to take just 10 minutes. Come with me, Mel, come around this way.
Over here.
10 minutes to shop for the ingredients and 10 minutes to cook the dish. He's taking part for France, of course, in the Eurovision-themed Special Nation as he takes on our special All of This Week.
Yes, so JC, remind us what you're cooking.
Okay, I'm going to make a very light versions of ratatouille.
Okay.
And ratatouille in France is a very specific dish. It's
Yes.
a classic, which involves a lot of ingredients like tomato, aubergine, courgettes, olives, and so on. And it's normally speaking, cooking about an hour time slowly with olive oil.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it more healthy.
More healthy
No discriminations. Yeah, more healthy versions. Quicker versions, and also I'm going to play with the colors. And with
Great.
this, I'm going to serve you some prawns, therefore Irish prawns, and
Lovely.
also some Scottish salmon. And I've got also sweet potatoes as an extra carb.
Okay, JC, you're going to have 10 minutes to cook and be very strict
Sure.
with this. Your time starts now.
Okay, plenty time, no worry. Therefore,
Okay.
sweet potatoes goes in the water.
Did you prick, did you prick those sweet
I
potatoes?
did.
Just put them in
Sorry.
the water and they will be ready in 10 minutes.
I hope so. Normally
so.
speaking, they do. I mean,
Okay.
it's a fantastic carb, as I said before, and also they don't take so long to cook.
And what have you just put in the...
Just a tiny amount of curry powder.
Okay.
Therefore, the curry, the spicy water is going to go straight slowly into the... Normally speaking, you should not be boiling the water, just simmering, which does
Okay.
exactly the same job.
Right.
Next, what we have is this wonderful tomato.
Yeah?
The time now is a little bit still early to get some good tomato from the garden, nice and sweet and so on. And what I want to do is to introduce... I'm going to make like a tomato sauce as a base.
Okay.
Why? Because this will be the foundation of the dish.
Okay.
And separately, I'm going to cook all the vegetables. But in order to cook the tomato sauce, I'm going to just steam out the water. Why? Because this is the bland, acidic, you know. And
But you love steaming.
I do, yes, of course.
And you love steaming, but we're going to get all that water out. You want it quite dry then? Not, do you know what I mean? You're not using all the liquid.
I think anybody would use a bit of olive oil, shallots, and so on.
Okay.
What I do is, before I do anything to this, is to get a better idea or better understanding of what the tomato is.
Okay, I
and as
see.
long as there's water to that, there's nothing I can do.
Right, okay. Right.
In fact, if you taste that, it's very good, yes.
Is it
From
good?
Sainsbury, yes, fantastic, actually.
Thank you,
So
Jean-Christophe.
take that quickly, thank you. Sorry, Lisa.
Been fed
Because
by
I can see Ben's
Jean-Christophe.
eyes are like this on me.
How is it?
And I want to demonstrate to Ben, yes, I can do it in 10 minutes.
Okay,
Now-
right. Next then.
We let it reduce, no sweat. Then we get some aubergine.
Yeah. What is with the aubergine and what you were
got
saying
9.5
in the
minutes.
supermarket?
Aubergine?
Eight
What do you mean by that?
Why is it good for your bottom? Or
No,
Ben's
I
bottom?
was just joking. You know, it's this.
I was
you know,
really
we
excited.
lads, you know, we
I thought it
joke
might
all
be
the
good
time.
for your glutes or something.
Now, in order to save time, aubergines, because 10 minutes is no way, a little bit in the water, and then I finish them off into the vegetable. Now,
Okay.
what we have now is a container there. We have a knife, and that what we do is take every single vegetables which has been washed, keep the skin if it's possible, and just cut them up as you
Okay.
feel.
Do you want some help with this? Or are we got
If
enough
you want
time?
to peel few prawns, if you fancy to do
Yeah,
so.
sure,
Same
I
with
shall
the peppers.
peel some prawns.
Skin contain a lot of vitamins, minerals, flavors, colors. I mean, I guess you have a daughter, Scarlett? Is it
Scarlett, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. How old is she?
She's 4.
See, like my boys, they're 4.5. They love food
Do you
because
put
they get
your-
attracted by the colors.
Do you put your Scarlett on a
keep
treadmill
the,
to make a train and stuff?
Tails on. All right.
That's what
Oh,
she
you know, yes, it's quite sexy. Yeah.
It does. How is your son's training regime?
He's good.
Is he good?
I know he doesn't believe me.
No,
He's
you showed
good.
us the picture. He's been on the treadmill.
He's obviously running outside now because the weather is a lot more, you know.
It's
He
been
doesn't
hot.
have to use
He's
the
fine.
treadmill.
He is fantastic.
On the
He's on a bike.
He listens to the stereo and he gets on the treadmill while his dad's training.
Well, I look forward to when Scarlett's a little bit older, like coming out for little runs
Yeah.
with me, but she's a little bit too young. She'll be too slow. I'll be like, come on, keep up. Little legs.
Okay, then, JC, you've got 7 minutes to go.
It'll be all right.
We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to be sitting down to eat Jean-Christophe's Eurovision Quick Recipe Challenge with Melanie and Paul Merritt, who seems to have disappeared. But he's going to be judging.
He's gone home.
You've upset our chef. How could you?
Says.
We're going to be marking JC. Can he get to the top of our Eurovision leaderboard? We'll find out in just a bit. Welcome back to What's Cooking from the Sainsbury's kitchen. Lisa is playing sous chef to Jean-Christophe Novelli. I'm here with Melanie C and Paul Merritt. We're waiting for our lunch. JC, you've got just under 4 minutes.
4 minutes,
with
okay.
a quick recipe challenge.
So remind us what you're cooking.
Right, therefore I'm doing a look like ratatouille, but much healthy, more colorful and far more nutritious. Because I can see you keep
Ratatouille's quite colourful anyway, though, isn't it?
It could be more colorful, but it can't be because it's been cooked for so long with olive oil
okay.
and so in oven. Therefore, it's bound to be losing all these minerals, vitamins. It's a great dish, no, but we've moved on now. We want to live longer, more healthy. And now, what I've done is accompany this with, is to serve it with a mixed peppers, yellow peppers, whatever. Some asparagus, of course, you mentioned asparagus.
Yes.
Well done. And a bit of shallot, some garlic. You can smell it's just lovely.
Delicious.
Smoked paprika. And also, I've managed to poach in some aubergine.
Yeah, so you put the
Just to save time.
aubergine in the water with the sweet potato.
That's right, just to save a bit of time.
Okay.
And I've managed also to reduce some tomato just to extract the water. So I need to do something very, very important. Is now the veg are very hot. I'm just putting a little bit of water just to finish steaming up the. You got good time, Paul. I just realized you got very good time, by the way. And then, can you hear this? The veg are saying, "Ooh, we are happy, you know, having a good time. Ooh la la, vive la France and all that."
Yeah.
And then here, I've managed to cook the fish with the skin. Why? Because I want to keep the omega, you know, all this lovely oil. And the last minute, you can remove the skin. Now, the tomato is looking like it's just about to be reduced down. In the same time, cooking the fish or the chicken, whatever. And at the last minute, I put some rapeseed oil.
Okay, good stuff. While you keep an eye on that, let's have a look at some of the other stuff that you guys have been cooking up. Mo sent us in another picture. This time it is his sweet potato, lemon and lime salmon with asparagus and the perfect egg.
That's not that one. That's
That's
not what you
not
just
quite
said.
that one, is it? No. I'm pretty sure it's not that one. How about this one? Is this one right? Lewis's 10-month-old baby boy, Stu. There we are. He's about to have his homemade risotto.
Oh.
And then, was that the duo of pork we had a look at beforehand?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, well, that was the duo of
I
pork.
think that was,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was duo pork. What about this one, though? This one is impressive. You'll be impressed with this. How about that? That is a picture of Robert Firth's car cake. It was sent in by his mum, Paula. She said she's been baking for the last 3 years.
Wow.
Not that cake for 3 years. She's been baking for 3 years.
Yeah.
Loves making it. Can we have a look at it again?
That's incredible.
That is incredible, yeah.
Really
Just
awesome.
start a business.
You wouldn't let anybody eat that, would you?
No, back away from the cake.
Yeah.
Aston Martin cake. We love those pictures. We love them when they come in. So do keep them coming in. All the details on the screen, I think. Maybe they've been on. There they go. We'd love you. Tweet them into us.
Can we switch off everything?
Yes, we can switch off. How are we
How are we
doing,
getting on?
done.
You've
Jean-Christophe?
got 1
Basically-
minute. Under 1 minute.
1 minute, okay. The veg are cooked. And what I've done also is to add a tiny amount of honey just to give that gentle sweetness. Because obviously with a weather like this, I mean, those asparagus look fantastic. But
40
it's
seconds now.
missing- Okay. Therefore, I can see he's enjoying that then.
You lose points if you're late, mate.
We do, yes. No one's been late yet.
Right, okay, I'm not very used to.
Ben can't
And what you do
approach
is you
the
put the veg
studio.
first,
Yeah.
then you add your tomato sauce, which is looking superb, with the salmon.
Oh, and those lovely prawns.
Now, to be honest, I also got a little bit of cheese. I had to run fast coming back to the therefore I managed to
10
grab
seconds,
in a little
JC.
bit of cheddar. And we're done. Just a tiny amount of cheddar.
And can we put it here,
5,
Jean-Christophe?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
3,
There we are.
2, 1.
There you go.
Jean-Christophe, congratulations.
So there you have it. Jean-Christophe's recipe challenge dish of ratatouille with prawns and salmon. Right, I shall take the... Bring this.
Now this is right up your street, Mel. Very healthy.
Yes.
Lots of fresh.
Lots of
fresh,
things that I like.
Fresh veg.
Yeah.
Paul, you dig in.
Yep, we do.
I'm going to be joining the judges today because
Oh,
there's only
are
2
you?
of them so far, so I have a hand in judging this. Jean-Christophe.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
So what do you think of these? How's the salmon?
Really nice. I love salmon actually. It's
Do
one
you
of my
wanna try this?
favourites.
So nice.
It's perfectly
Yeah.
cooked as well.
Yeah.
Really moist.
Gorgeous.
So the salmon's been really nicely cooked.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just going to nick
Nice
that bit.
flavours.
Because overcooked salmon is
That
always
bit?
disappointing. That's
Yeah.
lovely. That's really good.
Oh, vegetables are delicious.
I think also
It does feel more vibrant. Like, you know, you were saying because ratatouille reduces down so much more, it just feels so much more alive. It's great. The colours and everything.
That's what it's all about now, it's colors. People are attracted. You go to the shop, you go to the one who are the most attractive, and then you buy something. Food is the same. I think one thing is very important. This ratatouille contains aubergines, which has been soaked in salt and sugar in order to take the bitterness out. I don't. I've just blanched them, rinse, obviously dry them up, and introduce. And the final things is, instead of using olive oil, I've used rapeseed oil.
Rapeseed oil, even
It's
more healthy.
low in calories, only
really?
4 grams of saturated
Healthier
fat
than
per
olive
100 gram, and strong in omega-3.
Medics, if you'd like to take your paddle, Melanie, if you'd like to take a paddle, write
out
down.
of-
So it's out of 12.
10, out of 12.
12, you can have 12, you can have
Delicious.
10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0 points.
While you score, I'm going to have another prawn because it's absolutely, they are just gorgeous.
Okay, so Paul, if you would like to reveal yours first.
10 points.
10 points.
10 points. Merci, mon
Melanie.
ami.
10 points.
10 points. And from me, 10 points.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Jean-Christophe, c'est formidable.
Thank you.
So 30 points if you'd like to whack the 30 up there.
Gives me great pleasure to tell you, Jean-Christophe.
The
I
UK
can hear
still out
Aldo,
there in front.
I can hear
Jean-Christophe.
Aldo rambling.
Yeah.
He
in his
will be
restaurant.
rambling as well. He'll be selling stuff while he rambles.
Look, so
30
There we go,
points.
30
So Jean-Christophe goes up
Thank
to
you.
second.
Fantastic.
Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. Huge thank you to Paul.
I've had a lovely
We
show.
loved your food.
And I've invited Mel every Wednesday for the rest of her life to come and eat at the restaurant.
There's loads of
As
stuff
long
you
as
will.
there's panna cotta on the menu.
Oh, definitely.
And thank you, JC, as well, for coming back.
It's been lovely
to
having
have
you back with us, Jean-Christophe. Thank you very much indeed.
Yes, and massive thanks to Melanie C. Thank you.
pleasure,
For,
thank
and
you.
Good luck for the tour.
Heading to Australia for a month.
A month. And then I'm touring with Jules Holland at the end of the year as well.
Oh my
What a
gosh,
fantastic year you're going to have. It's been lovely having you on the show.
It really has.
We're going to be back at the same place, same time tomorrow. Rugby player turned Master Chef champion Phil Vickery and singer-songwriter Gabrielle Aplin are going to be joining us at 11:30. We'll see you then. Have a
See
lovely
you
day.
tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.